Yeah, good thing to keep in mind, keeping that debris free of those drains, because it'll clog it up.
And call them up. You know, don't try and do it yourself. Sometimes it can be very dangerous. Yeah. You know, the thing is, Venice, that area, estimated 7 inches plus of rainfall over the past 5 days. And we're not over with our typical afternoon and evening storms. And that means by Monday and Tuesday, when that tropical wave gets here, we could get an additional rain of possibly 3-5 inches. Who knows? We're going to keep an eye on that for you, obviously. ABC 7 Tower Cam. We had a line of storms developing down in Charlotte County, and then that line was moving towards Sarasota, and then all of a sudden it kind of fell apart and then went out into the Gulf of Mexico and had some storms off there. So kind of an interesting shot from our Tower Cam tonight. And boy, what a shot this next one is from Nokomis. We've had an incredible looking panoramic view of this. Looks like an alien spaceship coming into Nokomis. Scott Wade getting this one. Appreciate that photo, Scott. Sending it in to pics@mysuncoast.com. You can too send yours in to that email address. Energy still out here tonight, moving across parts of Florida and heading off into the Gulf of Mexico. You can see that over the Bahamas and just southeast of the Keys right now. We have an area that's kind of blew up just to the southeast of Sarasota County, and we're watching it now getting ready to move into Sarasota County. It's not a lot. There has been some lightning with it, so thunder not out of the question, and we could see another little bit of piece of energy move through around 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Right now, some rain moving into Punta Gorda, although the showers are starting to weaken somewhat. It looks like there could be some rain heading into Englewood, Northport. You may get a brief shower here or two as well, but a lot more rain is on the way. As I said earlier, we're watching this area. It's a tropical wave, and what that means is a line of low pressure. There's no closed low, and you need a closed low for a tropical depression to form or even tropical storm. And what's happening is that these upper level winds, they're ripping these clouds. You see these clouds going off to the northeast right there? That's because of the strong upper level winds, and we're expecting this throughout most of the month of September. There will be some days we'll relax somewhat, but for the time being, that's a good thing for us because that means this system has little chance developing over the next couple of days. But it will bring heavy rainfall as it has today over the northern Windward Islands. Now, this is the European forecast model. This is Sunday. We're going to take you through time here, and you'll see a little ripple in these isobars. Right there it is with a lot of rainfall on Monday and Tuesday expected for Florida, and then it pulls away and possibly could develop into a tropical depression or even a storm as it heads off into the Gulf of Mexico, where conditions will become a little bit more favorable. Those winds will relax somewhat in the upper levels of the atmosphere. We'll stay, by the way, with that east wind throughout all of next week for that matter, as high pressure remains off the Carolina coast. So it won't be a big factor, but we'll still see those afternoon and evening storms. Well, way out there in the Atlantic, we have a tropical or potential tropical storm. This is now developing a little bit more accurately on the models off to the northwest, and as far as the latest goes, 35-mile-an-hour winds. It's moving to the west at 13, and as I said, is expected to develop into Florence, but Florence looks like it will be a problem for mainly shipping interests way out there in the central Atlantic. So most of those storms typically go to the north as they move in that direction. 73 degrees now. No problems with our heat index. It's not sunny, but we have some clouds around. Our high today was 89 and the low was 71. We had a ½ inch of rainfall at the Sarasota Brayden Airport. Tomorrow's forecast, partly cloudy, should be okay for the drop off for kids at school, and then showers and storms for pickup in the afternoon and evening, and that's a pretty good bet across parts of the Sun Coast. I think a little bit more widespread action happens on Monday and Tuesday as that tropical wave nears. Winds will be a bit brisk to start the morning off at 15 knots, subsiding somewhat in the afternoon, 5 to 10 knots. Now the forecast for the next 7 days, good chances for showers and storms right on through the next 7 days. High temperatures near 90 degrees each and every day. Now, if you haven't heard already, there has been an executive order by the governor to ban fishing as far as redfish and snook go. You can still catch them, but you have to release them. That's the story. Simply due because of the red tide. We've been talking about this for the last couple of weeks. Most people should be releasing all the fish they catch, and it's basically from the north end of Anna Maria Island all the way south, just south of Naples. That ban is in effect offshore as well, and what that means is that we're supposed to start snook season September 1st, but that is not going to be happening as far as keeping snook or redfish for that matter, and it looks like that will go in effect indefinitely, more than likely through the end of September. Well, Captain Rick Gross, he took his clients out north of Manatee River. That's where the fishing's been good. I heard from Captain Scott Moore as well. He told me that he's been doing some really good fishing east of the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. basically along the eastern shoreline of Tampa Bay. So keep that in mind. That right there was a redfish. This is a snook. And Fishy Business Charters, Captain Rick Gross, getting these photos. And you can see this other snook. These guys were all out there catching fish. Ed, Ron, and Greg. And they did pretty good. They all released them. And Captain Gross is suggesting they should also add, and I agree, a spotted sea trout to that list of fish that can't be kept, that should be released. Because there's been a lot of trout, too.
Okay,
that have been under stress,
really?
that have died as well when it came to this red tide. Hopefully it's clearing out. Pete, we're saying it's a little bit better out there.
All right, well, we'll keep our fingers crossed.
That's right.
Thank you, Bob.